but I feel like I'll get hate for that. Hi everybody. This video we're going to talk about like just like things I've learned throughout fitness, and like not really fitness myths, but just like things I've learned that might help you. Also, look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but I was like, wait, I'm gonna record for YouTube. Like, I need a cute setup because my apartment doesn't have a cute setup without like shitty lighting. So I was like, I'm gonna take some of my throw pillows. Wait, I'm embarrassed. I took some of my throw pillows and my plant from like over there, like where it was in my room, and I moved it over here. So I had, oh my god, I just got a bad pain in my side. I think it's from the coffee. Why did I like throw up? Okay, so I have my laptop so I can like look at my notes. But yeah, so where I'm just gonna like sit down, chat a bit. But I want to preface everything by saying like, this is my personal experience. I'm not speaking like this is the facts because something may be different for you. I don't freaking know. And I'm not that like educated on fitness. Like, I just know my experience. I do it for fun and I learn throughout my experience. I'm not certified in anything. Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about, here's the thing. On social media, you will see a lot of people being like, if you're not lifting heavy, like you should die. Like, they get so angry and they're like, lift heavy, or like, why are you even working out, like all this stuff. And it's like, wait, the people that think lifting heavy is all you should be doing don't really understand that people can have different goals, I guess. I wholeheartedly believe that progressive overload is so much more important than lifting heavy. So if you don't know what progressive overload is, it's when you are progressing, when you are increasing some sort of stress put on your body. Oh my god, there's a fruit fly. What do I do with it? It's on my hand. What do I do with it? So if you don't know what progressive overload is, it's progressing in some way. So it's increasing either the weight, the reps, the intensity, time under tension, range of motion, just something, so that way over time you will grow. So that's what progressive overload is. So basically, that is so much more important than lifting heavy, because if you're practicing progressive overload, then you're eventually going to get to heavy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like pushing yourself. Like, pushing yourself is the most important part of fitness in my experience. There's a lot of other factors, obviously, but it is one of the most important. Focus on that. If you're especially new to lifting, don't go through that phase that a lot of people go through, wasting time of just doing the same thing over and over. I did that, oh my gosh. I literally, in the beginning of my fitness journey, stop it. Every single time I would just go into the gym, I'd do the same shit. I don't know, it just like, it didn't pay off. Like, I got the newbie gains, but past newbie gains, you need progressive overload. You hear it all the time on social media. Like, everybody's like, oh, progressive overload, blah, blah, but it's like dead ass, that's what you need. I believe that that could be the most essential thing for muscle growth. Do something that like introduces your body to a new stimulus. You need to do that if you want to grow muscle. That's what you need to do. Okay, so that's number one. That took so long to say. Second lesson I learned, and this one has been extremely helpful for just like my mentality while working out. Lifting weights is not one size fits all, okay? Your form may look very different than someone else's form because of the way your anatomy looks. Like, there's a lot of, you can't really go and just copy what someone else is doing and expect it to work best for you. Also, there's exercises that may be best for someone and then you don't feel it as well. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, your back always needs to be straight, because with deadlifts, you always need like a flat back, like you shouldn't round your back. But there are some studies that say like you can have a slight rounded back and it's still safe. Like, it depends on your anatomy and all this stuff. But I'm not going to get into that because I don't really know about it. I just know that I've seen that kind of stuff on social media, but I haven't done my own research. But anyway, sometimes to target like different parts of your back, like to target your lats, you're going to need to round your back sometimes. Like, there are things that you don't see people doing in the gym, so you feel like you shouldn't try it. And I think that is the case for a lot of beginners because they're scared to look stupid. They're scared to like look like they don't know what they're doing. But honestly, do any of us know what we're doing? Generally speaking, a lot of people preach that like you should always like increase your range of motion and all of that stuff, which of course you should, just like for bodily movement. For example, my range of motion when I am trying to target my glutes I need a shorter range of motion, and that's not talked about. And I think a lot of people are like that. Because obviously if you go deeper, your hamstrings are kind of taking over. But for RDLs, like if I go down all the way, that's my lower back and my hamstrings. That's no longer my glutes, and that's not what I want to do. And so for a lot of people that don't like listen to their body a lot when working out, they won't understand why they're not feeling it in their glutes. And it's because you need to change something. Like you need to alter the way that you're moving in order to like target something else, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it can be very dangerous, like especially for beginners, to see these things online that's like, it's one size fits all. And I feel like there's not enough talk about learning your own body. And I feel like learning your body and listening to your body is talked about a lot with rest and like, don't push yourself too far, yes. But I feel like it's not talked about enough in the way of like, you need to make slight changes to your form that other people might not have to make, so that your body can feel it differently and your body can target a different muscle and all those kind of things. We're taught to do what we see. And yes, we should. That's a great starting point, is to like go online and see other people's form and see how it should look. But I feel like a lot of people fail to make those slight changes to like match up with their body, if that makes sense. Anyway, number 3. The third one, motivation will fail you, 100%. Sometimes you'll be super motivated, and that's a great thing, and take advantage of that shit, okay? Take advantage of it. But when you're not motivated, it doesn't matter. If you rely on motivation, you're gonna fail. I'm so sorry. But like, you need to be dedicated. You need to look at your goals and want it bad enough to actually go through with it. Like sometimes I'm gonna be motivated to do my assignments, and that's the time that I choose to do it, and that's great. And take advantage of that time you're motivated. If I have a due date coming up and I'm not motivated, I can't just be like, well, my professor won't understand that I wasn't motivated to do my assignment. No, like it's the same for everything in life. You need to get shit done. And if you're just like, well, I'm not motivated, like blah, 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 it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. But if you want tips for motivation, the best tip to get motivated to go to the gym is put on a cute outfit, do your makeup, look cute. Because then you're gonna be like, yeah, I wanna go everywhere in the world. I want everybody to see me, look at me. Like I'm blessing people by going to the gym. Like I'm doing them a favor. So that's my biggest tip. Another tip is I'll just scroll on Instagram, and my Instagram is completely filled with fitness. So I'll just go scroll on Instagram and be like, wow, like they look badass in the gym, like they look good. That could be me right now, but look at me sitting on my ass, like doing nothing. Another thing you could do, chug an energy drink or pre-workout or something that will just make you go. That's a pretty good tip. Also, you can take progress pics, look back at them and be like, okay, either that's where I want to be again, or like I don't want to be there. Just, I don't know where you're at in your fitness journey, but like looking back at to where you were can motivate you. And I would say like, look at people that you want to look like, but I feel like I'll get hate for that. It's like body positivity, that'll never happen for you. Like that's not like your body type and all this. Yeah, I know, but truthfully, if we're just speaking facts here, if I look at a picture and I'm like, wow, that girl is hot, I want to look like her, I have to be mentally stable enough to know that I will never look like her. But if I work on myself and I work hard, I will turn into a version of myself that I like a lot better than where I am now. So it's still motivation to become better, even if it's like toxic motivation. I don't know, like you need to, like, I don't know, you need to know if that will work for you. And if it doesn't, don't come at me, because I'm giving this disclaimer of like, I don't know, if you're not mentally stable enough to like look at someone else and be like, wow, cool, I'll do that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? This is not on me. Don't do it if like you're gonna hate yourself for it. I don't know. Next one. Okay, so I talked about this once in my Instagram story, and I feel like I should talk about it more. So there's a difference. There's a big difference between being lazy and listening to your body. So here we go with the listening to your body again. I just feel like a lot of people use listening to your body as an excuse to be lazy. Be self-aware enough to be able to differentiate between you being lazy and, okay, hey, like I haven't taken a rest day in a while and I'm scared I'll injure myself, or like my hamstring's feeling funny, so I'm just gonna like give it a rest day, or like something like that. A lot of people say like listen to your body to know when you need to take a rest day, but I feel like for beginners it kind of gives them an excuse to be like, well, no, I'm just listening to my body and I'm not working out today, but they feel totally fine. You know what I mean? I mean, if you do just want to be lazy, like, go for it, but like be lazy and like be proud. I don't know. You're not listening to your body, you're listening to your mind telling you you don't want to work out, so you're not going to. Which again, totally fine. Like I do that sometimes and I'm like, I just don't want to today, and then I don't. And I'm not listening to my body, but I'm not telling myself that I am, if that makes sense. Am I sounding angry? Because I don't mean to. Here's the deal. If you're not a beginner, I think we can all agree that it's easy to say, oh, take a break. Like, oh, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that. But I feel like it's kind of dangerous for beginners to do that, because then they fall into the trap of, well, I'm just not going to work out. Because it's not a routine yet. Like, you're not in that routine of working out, and I feel like it's so easy to fall out of. Like, it's so easy for beginners that aren't like used to going to the gym, aren't used to like having that as part of their lifestyle yet, to fall out of that and get into a trap of, well, like some fitness influencer told me that it's okay to take a break, and then it's been a break for months. Listening to your body and your mind is valid. Being lazy all the time, truthfully, is not valid. Just know the difference, and if you don't know the difference, learn the difference, just so that you can like be honest and real with yourself. Okay, last one, wrapping it up. As long as you continue to like learn, then growth will come with that. A lot of people go into the gym and they don't learn anything. They don't learn their body more. They don't learn anything by being in the gym. Learning is an extremely important part of life and in fitness. Obviously, in order to grow, you need progressive overload, like I already talked about. But if you are doing an exercise and you're increasing the weight, and you're increasing time under tension, range of motion, whatever you're increasing, whatever you're practicing progressive overload with, if you're doing it in the wrong way and you're not learning the way that your body needs, and you're not learning the cues that you need for that movement, progressive overload's not gonna matter. Like, okay, so for face pulls, my rear delts suck, okay? I have the worst rear delts. I can't even say it. That's how much we don't have a relationship. I would do face pulls all the time, be like, why can't I feel this in my rear delts? Like, it's not working, blah, blah. And then I did a different variation of it, and I felt it, and I was like, oh, like, I, for so long, wasn't learning that that wasn't working for me. You know when people are like, oh, there's a difference between, like, listening and hearing or whatever? There's a difference between knowing and changing. And I knew that that wasn't working for me, but I wasn't learning that it wasn't working for me because I didn't change it. I will forever believe that an incredibly crucial part of working out and seeing growth in really anything in your life is learning. Continuing to gain knowledge, continuing to listen to yourself, and to listen to, like, to get to know yourself. Like, getting to know yourself doesn't only have to be mentally. Like, you have to get to know yourself in the gym and see how your body moves and see how your body works and learn your body. I don't know. I do feel like I've been pretty redundant in this video. So if you feel like that too, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't feel like that too, give it a thumbs up. Yeah, follow me on everything and support me, and make me get monetized so I can never have to get a job. Anyway, that's it.